Good evening, dear YouTube viewers, those who have joined right now here at this channel here at Dhaka, the capital city of Bangladesh. Today is the 4th December 2019. Temperature outside is 69 degree Fahrenheit, inside 72 degree Fahrenheit, and humidity is 59%. And I am inside my house and getting now ready for a report that is part 3 of Brassavola Medosa crossed with Cataliya Walkirana. In part 1, I have shown you about this plant, the unpotting, how I unpot this sphagnum moss from this root, and I washed it, then I dry it up, and as I have got two of this kind, one is already potted in the part 2 here, is potted here, and in part 3 I am going to pot this one onto this slotted basket. So the ingredients that I am going to use for this particular repotting, let me introduce you with those ingredients. I am going to use charcoal, small size charcoal, then medium size and big size charcoal, to use some sphagnum moss, some rice skin, then coconut chips, small size coconut chips, then large size some rocks, lava rock, then river rock, then black stone, all these things. And then we'll have some small size bark, then large size bark, some large size bark. After this, we will be using some small size brick chips, and medium size brick chips. We won't use perlite here. We won't use this coconut coco pit. We don't use this coco pit. We will use these seedlings. These things looks like blackberry. We'll use this. So these are the ingredients that we are going to use, and we will do some packing of this area and the bottom area of the pot. And this slotted pot has got a coconut fiber lineup. Some padding is done over here. Some more padding may require in this area. So the padding is done here, and this ribbon, I have placed it here for tying up. You will see how I do it. Now, first of all, I have some premix here. Some premix I have here. Those will be given at the bottom of the pot, so that the plant root can sit on some kinds of easily acceptable media, and then I will have some premixed potting media over here, and then place it here. That's all. The first part is done. Now in the second part we will push through all these, we have said, this bark, then small size charcoal, all these things will be placed inside. We'll place all inside here, and before that let me tie it up. This need to be tied up so that it does not move around. So I need to tie up this very securely. The reason behind, if I do not tie up, then the plant will not be sitting straight, and it may move because the media is very loose media, so it will have a tendency of moving around. So if it moves, then the root will not be able to settle down. That is why I have to fix this ribbon and tie it up. Give me some time. It's very difficult to get this through this coconut chips husk and then get it out of this slot. It's really very difficult. I wish I can make it. I can make it. Really tough. Without doing this, I don't feel very comfortable that this plant will be very secured. So I have to do it by any means. Please bear with me. Yes, finally I could make it. Anyway, this needs to get a good tie up. I hope you have understood why it is done. Okay, now we are going to fix the uh, media inside. I don't know whether the pot is becoming, the wooden basket has become too small for this or not. Well, my good friends, those who have the idea and has suggested me, they will be able to help me and tell me whether this pot is too small for this plant or not. If it is too small, then I am going to change it, and if it works fine, then I hope that is good. I can see only bark can get good entry in this pot. Only bark can get entry good pot in this pot, and some small brick chips can get a good passage. Brick chips, small brick chips, and some small size charcoal can get a good entry inside. And coconut chips will be very difficult to put inside, and some large size bark also very difficult. Still I am trying, because this bark is very, very important. Big size bark is important for this potting. There are a lot of gaps I can see. I think I should utilize the gaps and fill up. Good gap inside. I am not still very sure whether I am doing the right way or not. If this is not the right process, please correct me so that I can change the potting. If need be, I can change the basket if this basket is too tight. But these kinds of plant, they love to stay very small pot, and they love two things: one, small pot, and in between the watering they like to get dry rest. In between the watering they need dry rest. So if the media is not good, then this plant is not going to survive. So we have to be very, very careful in selection of media and placing the media. This is very important. Well, let me try with some coconut chips, push in if possible, because coconut chips will be able to hold some moisture. And after this I will put some rice skin so that it can enter through the gap. Or we can also use the premix. This is a good media premix. This will cover up the gaps if there is any. This will cover up the gaps if there is any. I think this premix will help this potting, because I can see some gap inside and that cannot be covered with charcoal or brick chips. That has to be covered with this premix. And as there is a liner with coconut fiber, so there is no chance of leakage of this premix. I don't think that it will have some leakage. I don't think that it will have some leakage, any leakage there. Anyway, so far to my understanding so good. I would request the learned friends, those who have knowledge and those have advised me to do the potting in this slotted basket, wooden basket. I would request them to check and confirm whether my potting is okay or not. Whether it is okay or not, whether I need to repot again or not, please let me know. If it is not okay, then I would think that the basket is too small for this Brassavola. Then I have to either change the basket or change the wooden basket and get a plastic pot or a solid clay pot. That I can do tomorrow after you have your observations. I think the packing is done well, because I can feel it. I can feel the packing. Okay, gentlemen, so far so good. It is done. Well, I am not going to put any water here tonight, and also tomorrow I will allow the media to dry, because these are all wet. I will allow the media to get dry, and then I will start feeding with calcium, magnesium, seaweed and others. So so far so good. It had a beautiful bloom. I hope you have enjoyed it and you have liked it. If there is any change, if you think that the potting is not correct, if you think that I need to have some change of the pot, I mean the slotted basket, either the bigger slotted basket or slotted basket is not the correct pot, then I have to go for a plastic pot. Or if you think that this premix, giving premix packed up is not the right way, then please let me know. Anyway, this will be hanged with 4 corner, and it will be hanged. This is for hanging basket. So stay fine. Please subscribe me, and if you have liked, please give a thumbs up. So stay fine. Bye bye.